ready for the show. So, welcome to episode this is 13. I was going to say 12. Welcome to episode 13 of My Thoughts No One Asked For. Um Today, I feel like the past couple of episodes I've been saying, "Oh, I'm in a great mood," which is a good thing, right? Cuz I remember one episode I was just not in a great mood. Um but yeah, I'm feeling pretty good today. Um I was like a little bit emotional, a little bit and I didn't really know why, but I will start off by just talking about how I am learning how to like trust my gut and trust my intuition. And I think I honestly think that's an issue a lot of people probably have that they probably don't want to admit that they have. But I'm here to tell y'all today. Uh yeah, sometimes I don't know. I'm a person that wants to know everything about what I'm getting myself into. I'm someone who needs to know every single thing about every decision I'm going to make. Um I need to know if I'm thinking of doing something, I need to know all different variables that play into it. I need to know what to expect when it comes from certain things. And I think that I had forgotten that the whole point of like living life and existing is to learn from, you know, our experiences and to um trust ourselves, trust God, whatever higher power you believe, to to be able to trust in general, to allow ourselves to be guided through life. And I am the type of person where I need like a handbook on life. I need a handbook. I need everything. I need to be told everything. I don't really like having to figure everything out. Um because then I'm always stuck between, oh, well, what if I open up the red door and it's a bad decision? Or what if I open up the blue door and it's a bad decision? Like I need some kind of sign or some kind of confirmation a lot of the times before I make certain decisions. And it's very, very hard for me to like trust myself and to be able to trust my own gut feeling with things because I don't know if I'm just being impulsive and I'm just feeling this feeling right now. And I'm like, oh, this is just something I want to do right now. And I might change my mind. And so this is when I ask God for confirmation, if I'm feeling lost or confused. And I don't know about anybody else, but sometimes I don't always feel like I get the confirmation. Most times I do, but I think, or maybe the confirmation is not what I was looking for, you know? Um, like, life is a beautiful thing. You only get to live it once, so you just have to enjoy the ride. Exactly. And you see, I'm not a person that loves roller coasters. I actually hate them a lot. Um, because it just takes you up and down all over the place. It's too fast and it makes me feel extremely uncomfortable. And that's pretty much how I feel navigating and making decisions through life. Like I'm someone who still wants to call my mom before I make a lot of decisions or to answer certain questions and stuff like that. And then I'm sitting to myself, I'm like, you're an adult now. Like you can make decisions for yourself even if you think that your mom may not agree with you or she may think you should do something else or whoever. Like it is like your life and you can literally choose to do whatever you want and go with what is best for you, or you can sit on it and think it through and then make a decision. So I'm literally learning all of this in real time. And so after today or starting today, I am just going to allow myself to fully trust my gut instinct, um and allow myself to just relax and trust that I'll make the right decisions, and then sometimes I will fuck up and that's fine too. That's literally how I'm supposed to learn, and I have to be okay with the possibility of fucking up. And I think that's probably what it boils down to and why I'm so overly cautious of making certain decisions is like I don't want to do the wrong thing or I don't want to regret it. And it's like, you know what? That's actually okay for me to do. And I shouldn't be so worried and concerned about it because, first of all, I'm so young. So I have a lot more fuck ups to go. So I really should not get too caught up in that. And I'm learning that right now. I'm not saying I'm going to be perfect tomorrow. And I'm just like, no longer gonna do what I'm talking about anymore, but I'm gonna try. I'm definitely going to try my best. Yes, it is okay to make mistakes if you learn and grow from them. Exactly. Exactly. And I'm the type of person where I take everything as lessons, like all the time. Um Even if it's something very, very small, like if I realize, you know what, that didn't work out for me, now I know, okay, let me do this. Um, so I always am able to learn from very, very little things and make changes. Sometimes it could take longer than I would want to actually make that change, but we're all a work in progress. So yeah, I just wanted to open up the episode talking about that to just be very open and transparent. Um Also, if you are watching, make sure you do follow my main YouTube channel. It's your girl Asia. Um, I will talk more specifically and in depth about certain things or what I'm talking about and other things on my main YouTube in like a very, very short, quick, specific format. Um, but just generally speaking, that's the conclusion I reached today, to trust yourself, trust your gut instinct, and to also be fearless. And that transitions into my next thing that I want to talk about. Because right now I'm just giving like life update real quick at the start of the episode. Because I don't have like a whole like lot of things to get to. Do you stream on YouTube? I don't right now. This right here, what you're watching, will be uploaded on YouTube tomorrow morning. So I do the upload. I mean, you can people, if you want to watch the VODs here, you can. I prefer people to go to YouTube because I'll put the chapters there, in case you don't want to sit through and watch the whole thing. But yeah, and then sometimes I'll post segments and stuff. So, but as far as streaming on YouTube, I think I'm going to start to do that. At first I didn't because um I had a mini PC at first and like multi streaming was just not gonna work. But now I have an upgrade. I got I'm pretty sure I'm fine now. So I'm streaming, I'm on Twitch and TikTok now. Yeah, I'm streaming with OBS. So I'm on TikTok and sh- uh fuck in Twitch right now. So I'm pretty sure this is gonna run fine for like the next 40 minutes. So if this stream runs smooth, then I'll see if I can add on YouTube as well. I'm sure I probably can because I have the plugin and OBS and everything already. So but I just haven't multi-streamed really since I got my upgrade because I had to fix it. Like I had some things I need to fix. So yeah, I will do YouTube as well because I have like yes, so I will. But the main one, what I'm always gonna stream on, no matter what, in case my internet is messing up or whatever one day, I can't handle too much. I'm always gonna be streaming on Twitch. Um, but yeah, so transitioning into like the next kind of update I wanted to talk about with me is um I I feel like watching these episodes back, like when I watch these episodes back, it's going to be very interesting for me because I am literally in the middle of like building myself up to the version of myself that I want to be, and it's really hard. Um and the main thing that I'm working on is being able to love myself inside and out. and I'm working on all of the things. I'm working on a lot of things at the same time. So maybe that's what it is that has me feeling a little bit overwhelmed is I do feel kind of, yeah, overwhelmed. I just feel overwhelmed with the process to getting there. Like I think for us that know we're not at our best selves or preferred versions of ourselves, I think we just are able to see clearly the end goal. Like I just want to be this person. Like I just want to be confident. I just want to be comfortable. I just want to be successful in this. And people really don't talk about how hard that road to getting there actually is, like the process of literally trying to literally telling myself that I love myself every day and like actually trying to make sure I mean it is like really difficult. Um the process to building self-confidence brick by brick is difficult. It's like I'm trying to convince myself of something that I believe is true, but not right now. And it's a bit of a mind fuck because it's just like I don't feel confident in myself physically just with like how I like look. Um and I'm working on on things to improve that for me to actually believe it. But like having to be nice to myself and like saying kind things to myself, I actually make myself believe it is like so. Oh my god. It's a lot. I'm not going to lie. But I'm very confident that I'm going to be there. Um the journey is interesting. Um I am just when you're a person that's constantly working on yourself and constantly working on self-improvement, you sometimes it can be a little bit much cuz it feels like you're feeling a lot of different emotions at once. So I think that's where I am right now. Um but yeah, I think watching these episodes are going to be very very interesting. I think my thoughts no one asked for episode like 65, I will be an entirely different person and I'm going to be yeah, it just extremely different. Not like in like a, you know, not super drastic, but I'm just saying like at least I'm going to be able to tell like yeah, that's Asia. I think right now I'm in like a transitional period where I'm just like ugh, you know? So I'm like, I'm not quite there. I'm like almost there. I just need a little bit more work. All right. But anyways, again, I don't really have a whole lot of topics that I want to get into today. There's not a lot going on in the world that I particularly care about. And if you don't know by now, this is not like a gossip show. This is not really like a podcast. This is not really like uh your standard casual live stream. I'm here to talk about things in a way that connects with people, in a way that people around my age can relate, can identify, and to have like necessary conversations or even pointless conversations to vent or whatever. But I'm definitely not here to gossip. So I don't particularly care that, like Cardi B is pregnant. I have my thoughts and opinions about it, but like I don't care enough to sit up here on my platform and discuss it, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to like make that crystal clear in case it's not clear enough. This is not that kind of show. Um what I guess I want to go ahead and start with is okay, so have I'm gonna find different angles to talk about this because I this is shit that I talked about like a few episodes ago. Um Yeah, I did. So if you are interested in hearing my opinions on this, go back a couple episodes, but I'm going to discuss it from a different angle. So, in a second, I'm about to go on TikTok and pull up a couple of videos that I've been seeing on my For You page lately of big streamers talking about how they don't like the current state of streaming, which I find interesting because it's one thing to see smaller streamers saying it, and like I've said it and I listed my reasonings for it. But although I don't agree with the current state of streaming, I don't necessarily think streaming is dead. I don't think Twitch is dead. Just seen some bigger streamers saying that they do think it's dead and whatever. I think it's mainly a debate between gaming and IRL and like desktop streams. And um yeah, I'm going to pull up. Let me see. I should have it saved. Yeah, I have a couple of them saved. So I'm about to pull that up.
Niggas don't watch games no more like that on Twitch. I'm telling you, bro. Like, y'all acting like if games crushed on Twitch the way they used to, like a few years ago, you don't think everybody would stop the IRLs and start playing games? Agent, shut your.
Here's the issue right now. Here's the issue right now. The standard for streaming is up here. Facts or no? Facts or no? No, let's talk. Let's talk real for a sec. The standard for streaming is all the way up here. If you go live and you don't have anything planned and you just want to sit at your desk and talk to the chat and just relax, kick back, vibe with your stream, all people say is L content.
Oh, I forgot I was muted. Thank you for that follow, Big J. I think that was you that followed me. Thank you. So yeah. It's okay. That's not like two big, fairly big streamers or just big creators saying kind of the same thing. Okay. I think I have another here. Okay. I don't even know who this is, but let's see what he says.
It's kind of like on a peak like this. That's just my opinion. It's kind of like on a peak like this. That's just my opinion. It's kind of like on a peak like this.
Actually, I don't even care. Let me just go ahead and kind of paraphrase what I've seen. Cause it was who else was the other creator that said this? It was Phantom. That's who it was. Let me pull up because he was the first I had seen his video and then I started seeing those kind of videos on my For You page, and I was like, oh, and then it was who was it? It was Kason. Here it is. This is okay. This is the clip that I just seen recently that was like, okay, this is interesting. And the fact that he's saying this around Kai is also interesting. I'm gonna talk about that in a second.
I mean, bro, it's a long conversation. We don't have to like get into it. I just don't like where streaming is. I feel like there's a I mean, bro, it's a long conversation. We don't have to like get into it. I just don't like where streaming is. I feel like there's a bad cloud around streaming in general that I can't really explain, but everything just doesn't feel like how I used to feel about it. And maybe that's a me thing, and maybe because we were talking about it, just
that's an everything thing. The shit grows.
Yeah. I mean, bro.
So there's that, and then also it was definitely. Okay.
I like to. The thing about me, bro,
Okay, forget it. I can't find I can't find the damn video. But it was a recent stream of Phantom talking about this. And I started seeing those other clips and I was like, "Oh, okay. Something's going on here." Mind you, I've talked about this exact topic episodes ago and got in depth. But what I find interesting is how these specific people are saying this. And like, for example, Kason, you're saying that in the same space as Kai. Do I think that Kai has contributed to this streaming is dead narrative? Kind of, but not really. I think he has contributed. I think he has contributed to the narrative unintentionally, only because people treat Kai as the bar, which you can say he is, you can say that he isn't. You have an argument for both. I think that it's kind of annoying that people just don't want to let Kai just be Kai and not without trying to make him the bar to meet or beat. I think what this streaming is dead narrative has a lot to do with is the fact that a lot of people mimic Kai and they want to do what he's doing. They do copy his ideas and his concepts. It is very much monkey see, monkey do. And I think I understand the IRL versus gaming argument or just the desktop stream versus IRL argument. I totally get it. I definitely think that has a lot to do with it too, of people feeling like, oh my gosh, you just have to put on a full production in order to be successful in streaming. And a lot of people don't even really seem that fucking passionate about it. And I kind of agree with that. But what I don't agree with is that that's what you actually have to do. I think that people just kind of make shit up in their heads because they compare themselves to others. And these people who see Kai and see what he's doing and who think he's the bar and try to meet it, they don't necessarily have to do that. Kai puts on full-blown productions for streams every couple of months because he can. And he can continue to outdo himself. And one day he can just decide not to stream at all. I just don't understand why people have to treat him as the bar when it's like, y'all do understand people still watch people, like, y'all do understand people still watch desktop streams, right? So y'all trying to push this narrative that people don't is odd because they do. I do. My favorite streamers are the most regular, chill ass people, don't really do IRL streams often. And then again, even in one of these videos that I seen on my For You page, they use Queso as an example, which I brought him up a couple of videos ago as an example. It's just people try to make streaming so fucking complicated. It's really not. It's literally all about your personality. At least a handful of people need to find your personality somewhat intriguing. And you would have to be consistent in putting out quality and like you'll be fine. I don't know why people try to make this so difficult, but I think as far as the dark cloud or the he doesn't like what Kason said about the dark cloud around streaming and he doesn't really like the energy and the vibe. I think that dark energy are the money hungry individuals who see the hype and who just want to be on for the wave. it's very oversaturated with those people. However, like always in every career field, those people will fall off. They'll trickle off. So I don't this is my thing. Although I don't entirely disagree with a couple of them saying with what a couple of them are saying, I feel like those same people can be making the changes that they want to make to better the state of streaming. I'm just not really understanding these bigger streamers complaining about the state of streaming, yet no one's putting on any smaller streamers that they personally fuck with, nor are you doing anything to make any changes to see whatever it is that you want to see. I'm a solution based type of person. So I I am a person who doesn't particularly like the state of content creating in general. So I'm going to make sure that I create change through my success of my content. I just don't really see the point of sitting up on camera complaining every day about it, because before I got up on here, before I put all this together, I was complaining about it. Oh, you gotta go. It's just somebody in my TikTok comments being stupid. You're done. Um, so yeah, I don't really see the point in that. I think that if these bigger streamers don't like the current state of streaming, do something about it. Put some smaller streamers on that you personally fuck with. Shine a light on them. Y'all are just sitting around complaining about it, yet you're not contributing anything in order to change it, which I find interesting. It's like you literally have a platform. You literally have the power to make the change that you want to see. And also, so everyone just sitting around pushing the narratives of like, oh, streaming is dead. Like, oh my gosh, like it's just da 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 da. People don't watch desktop streams. No, it's just way too many of y'all. This is the other topic that I want to discuss within this. In a lot of career fields, especially with content creating, there's way too many people who who are willing to receive more than they're willing to give. There's too many people in a lot of these careers, and there are too many people in a lot of these spaces that just want the likes. They just want the views, they just want the money because they see everyone else get it. And it's the hype, it's the wave. Yet it's not enough people willing to actually put in a fraction of effort. And I think people are starting to see that now. It's becoming extremely clear. And I think that is what they're talking about when they're talking about, oh, like streaming is in a weird space. It's full of a bunch of people that don't actually want to do it. They just want money. That's what you're talking about. And I just think we need to just say that, and also point those people out. Also highlight and put on the streamers or the content creators that we personally think do deserve more eyes. So unfortunately, you know, that's just what it is. Like a lot of people are just, again, I talked about this already a few episodes ago. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that again, because I'm like, oh, I'm seeing like these bigger streamers are starting to say the same thing. Okay, well, if you feel that way, do something about it. That's why I brought it up again, because I just want to be able to say, well, if that's how y'all feel, do something about it. I don't want to keep hearing this narrative being pushed by people that can bring people on their platforms or can even shout a name out of whoever you personally fuck with, instead of trying to like push this narrative or discourage people, when in reality there's actually a lot of great streamers out there. There's a lot of dope desktop streamers out there. There's a lot of dope gaming streamers out there. So I just don't act like they don't exist, because they do. But y'all are just so irritated by the oversaturation of the people that aren't passionate about it, that you feel like, oh my god, it's dead. Oh my gosh, it's just not a good, the streaming state is bad, whatever. Like y'all don't want to focus on the negative, okay. But yeah, that's my personal thoughts on that. Now, in talking about like being successful and all that stuff, um I did want to talk about how I personally don't like, hold on, let me make sure my microphone is okay. um I personally don't like when like people weaponize their success for like revenge. Um and I don't necessarily think that it's a bad thing to do. I just think that if somebody does you wrong, let's say you have like a friend that you find out they're talking shit, but you find out they're talking shit about you behind your back, and they all have this really big fallout, and it's this whole big thing. Now you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go film that short film just to be able to say I was shitting on him, and throw it in his face, right? Mind you, you could have been made this short film. You know you've always been interested in filmmaking, but you wait until somebody pisses you off so you can have like ammo, or so you could feel better about yourself. And that's the one thing, the only thing that can motivate you enough to actually get you to execute your passion. And I think for me, when I see people have that attitude, it kind of makes me question. I'm like, is that what you really want to do? Like, are you really passionate about this? Because honestly, you're supposed to be doing that anyway. If you are a filmmaker and you're passionate about it and that's what you want to do, you were supposed to be making that film, whether that friend pissed you off or not, whether y'all fell out or not. But some people like to wait until they fall out, or until they have an issue or get pissed off, in order to actually execute their passion. And like, oh, okay, well, now I'm going to do this so I can shit on this person, that person. And it's like, first of all, those people probably won't even care. Two, you were supposed to do that anyway. And again, I'm not necessarily saying it's a bad thing to do. I think it's a human thing to do. But I also think you need to, if you do that, you should clock yourself and be like, you know what? I need to be on my shit regardless. I shouldn't be waiting for someone to piss me off in order for me to be on my shit and pursuing my passions. This is what I should already be spending my time doing. Um Nothing that you go through or experience should, of course, naturally things are going to, I guess, maybe boost your drive a little bit or make you more motivated, but there are people who like take something like from a negative experience they've had to try to use it as uh, a reason to like prove something, when there's nothing that you need to prove. This is what you're passionate about. This is what you already want to do. So just do it. Just do it regardless. So I feel like that person who waited to start that short film who waited to start that short film after they fell out with that friend, I feel like that film should have already been filmed. Maybe if you weren't procrastinating and weren't distracted with other shit, it would have at least already been halfway done before that fallout even happened. And again, not necessarily a completely bad thing to do. I do feel like I have been down many, many times, and where I feel like, you know what, I can't wait to be at this level or could do whatever so these people can feel like X, Y, and Z. And it's like, again, I had to check myself like, girl, you're supposed to be on your shit anyway. You're not that bitch that you want to be because you're too worried about other things. Like, these people don't care about you, clearly. They've shown that. So you thinking that you trying to use like you being successful as this like revenge tactic for so people can like feel bad for like treating you poorly, it's like it's a little backwards. Um like you should literally just want success and to want to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve on your own. It should not be decided by outside factors in that way. I don't think that's the right way to do it in my opinion. Um but yeah, again, I'm not really gonna lay it out as a clear right or wrong thing. I just think if you are a person that may do that, try rethinking the way that you handle things in that manner and like see how that works better for you. Um but yeah, I'm on great time today because I don't really have a whole lot to yap about this episode. Um and I'm trying to get these episodes to be shorter as well. But I do want to close this episode out just kind of talking a little bit about myself and just like saying what's on my mind right now. Um and I am 13 weeks consistent with this show, and I have things planned for it, which I've been saying for weeks. But I don't want to be specific about what it is. I have things planned for it. I have things that I need to do to get me in the atmosphere that I want to be in, to get me at the level that I want to be in. And right now I am having like a rough time with work, with my like job. Um not in a sense of like the setting is terrible or the people. It's truly none of that. I think I'm honestly starting to understand why a lot of creatives really just pursue their passions raw, like no job, no nothing. You just raw dog in life. Like I totally understand it because it's just so hard for me to be at a full-time job, spending 8 hours, about 4 days a week, wasting my talents and ideas and just like not being able to utilize them, or it's just more time taken away to actually be able to make the things in my head come to life. And so it does make me a little sad because it's like, if only this was my own world and I could just not have to work and just pursue my passions as I please. Um I'm blessed to have a job. I'm happy that I have a job, happy that I have a more than decent job. I guess in a way I just feel like I'm running out of time. And not in a sense of like, when I feel like I'm running out of time, I feel like right now I don't have enough time. Like the goals for this show are not going to happen when I want them to happen because most of my hours are at a 9 to 5. And I work like the second half of the day. So it's not even like I have any part of my actual day to fit all of this in as far as execution. Like, I can work on ideas at work and I can like put things together in my head and whatever and plan, of course. But like obviously I can't stream at work, or I can't like record a video at work. I can't film things at work. So because the job that pays me isn't my passion, it feels like I have less time to pursue the thing that actually stimulates me, and it's really frustrating. And I don't want to complain because I'm happy to have a job at all. I think right now I'm just having to like learn to be okay with the multitasking, and I'm learning to have to be okay with working on my craft and building it up while still staying at this job because I need to stay at this job. And it's not that I have any, well, I've what has always been my plan is to stay at work for as long as I possibly can until I don't have to. Like, as long as I possibly can. For me right now, it is just the specific place, the specific job that I'm at, the specific schedule that I work. It's not even about the job. It's just this the scheduling is not in my favor, in a sense of being able to not only have any kind of social life, but to like collaborate with other creators and to really do what I want to do to the highest power. It's like it's really not in my favor. And what I feel like I have to do now is make it work. I have to make it work for right now. Um and I'm gonna have to be. I was gonna say I'm okay with it, but I'm not really okay with it. But I'm gonna have to be okay with it. So yeah, for me, it's I don't know how I don't know the word to describe how I feel. It's just I'm the word of the month is discipline. That's what I'm working on right now. Discipline, discipline, discipline. That's what I'm working on. Um and to really like make yourself do certain things is like oh my gosh, it's just I don't have the words right now. I really don't. It's just hard. It's hard, but it's a good thing. Like I'm truly working on myself and truly working to like get to that end goal. And I'm totally fine with like taking my time and putting work in. Like I know that there are things. It's not that my thing is not that I want things to happen overnight. That's totally not what I want. I'm just struggling with spending most of my time at a job that I don't care about and that doesn't stimulate me in any kind of way when I have so many fucking ideas, not only just for myself, but also for many other people. I am an extremely creative person, and there's so many things that I want to complete in my lifetime. And right now, I'm just a little frustrated that I get more time working a job that like doesn't contribute anything to me other than a check, instead of spending more time in my creative element. and just being able to create freely. That is frustrating. And I think I'm allowed to be frustrated. And I shouldn't be, you know what I mean? I shouldn't be like upset at myself for being frustrated that like, I don't want to like sound like ungrateful because I'm always grateful to even have a job. But I think as creatives, it's just so hard for us to be still somewhere, especially if we don't feel creatively stimulated at all at that place. It can just it's really really difficult. And so I'm learning to be able to multitask and to be able to make the best out of what I'm in so I can get to where I want to be. It's very difficult, not gonna lie, but I have to learn how to make the best out of it because I most certainly can. It's definitely possible. And it's not like oh, I have to like quit my job type of thing at all. It's just me trying to learn how to multitask. That's why I don't stream multiple times. That's why I don't do my other stream ideas that I have right now because I don't really have the schedule to do that. And if I do try to fit it into my schedule, it'll be a lot on me. And so, yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. Just like saying positive affirmations to myself and trying to like make sure I believe it, and I'm trying to pour light into myself, and I'm trying to um make sure that I am very pleased with myself and the decisions that I'm making every day. So that is me being completely vulnerable right now, talking off the top of my head. And yeah, this was episode 12. Not gonna yap for much longer. This is it. Um and yeah, I'm looking forward to episode 14. Episode 14 next week. I'm very excited. At some point, depending on hey Jay, you're a little late. I'm about to end my stream now. But what was I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, I'm done yapping for today. Episode 14 will be I was gonna say at some point, depending on like if my schedules change, the days that I do these streams or the day that I do these streams may change. But for now, it's just gonna be Wednesday. Streamed a little earlier today. I'm gonna try to keep streaming earlier instead of waiting till like, later at night, because I'm gonna be in here editing all night. So yeah, or actually let me not say that. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day off and I will edit in the morning before I go to bed. Um but yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this episode and watch